Okay, hello everyone. So, I told you guys yesterday, since I was at the fair and I didn't get to do my 1 year plan or give you highlights of it, that I would do it tonight. So, I'm here to give you highlights and parts of my 1 year plan. So, getting started. My overall goal for the year-long process is by July 12th, 2015, which will be my 30th birthday. When I weigh in that morning of my 30th birthday, I want to weigh at least 125 pounds. My ultimate goal will be probably 115 pounds or something like that eventually. If I don't make it to 115 or 120, like my ultimate goal is, then I will keep in the process of it. But as long as I hit 125 or 120 by my 30th birthday, that's my ultimate goal. So that's what I'm working on. And the other thing I needed to really work on is the no more sugar. No more refined sugars at all whatsoever. No more sweets at all. No more pop. No sweetener. No sweet stuff like that. So that's a big one for me because I am heavily addicted to sweets and sugar stuff, and going to the store. I would be better off just going to a farmer's market or a fruit stand on the side of the road, because when I go into a supermarket, now see, I could go into a health food store and be perfectly fine too. But going to a supermarket, a normal grocery store, is just torture for me, because when I'm telling myself, no, I'm not going to, the temptation is all through the whole store, and it is very difficult, and I usually end up giving in to myself sometimes. Not all the time. A lot of times I can talk myself out of it, but it's very difficult, to have that temptation when that's, it's like an alcoholic going into an alcohol or a liquor store and saying they're not going to buy liquor. It's still around them and they're still going to want it. Someone who's trying to quit smoking and, being surrounded by cigarette smoke and by cigarettes and stuff, it's a very difficult thing. It's the same thing for me with the sugar and stuff and wanting the sugar all the time. So that's another thing I'm going to break over the next year altogether. I'm still going with the vegan lifestyle of no animal products, like no meat whatsoever. I would still like to try some of the vegan alternatives from the health food stores. There's quite a few different ones like that for vegan people, so I'd still like to try those and give those a try. The no eggs, milk, or cheese. Cheese is another big one. I'm very addicted to cheese. I could just stand and eat cheese out of a bag all the time, or cut chunks of cheese off and just eat cheese all day. So that's another one I'm going to break, and I'm going to try the alternative for vegans, which is the vegan cheese, no dairy, all of that stuff. So I'm going to give that a try. For milk, I like the almond milk, and they have almond chocolate milk. So I love those. Those are very yummy. I love those. So that's an alternative for me already that I've grown to like already. So that one there is taken care of. The eggs, I still have craving for eggs and stuff. They say to use like tofu and do something with tofu, like tofu scrambles and stuff like that, that it gives you the same thing as what the texture of the eggs and stuff, and it tastes the same. So I'm gonna give that a try sometime. But let's see, Okay, I want to go into practicing meditation more. So by that I mean I want to, in the next year, as the weight starts coming off, practicing more meditation and going deeper into yoga and being able to pose into the different poses of yoga and you know, different things like that. So that is another one I would like to try, is meditation. Get very deeply into it and know myself, know my breathing, and get to know all that stuff. So that's another one I want to do. The no more fast food. I need to still make some healthier choices when it comes to fast food, but we'll see. I would like to, you know, when it comes to it, you know, get the salad, eat it with no dressing. You know, make my own dressing, take it with me. You know, there's one that I think it was Dr. Furman or someone like that. I was watching a PBS special, and he makes his own dressings for his salads, and it doesn't have no oils or fats and stuff like that, and it's just like oranges and gosh, I can't even remember it, but it's like oranges and stuff. It's all fruits that he makes his dressing out of. So maybe that's like an alternative that I could get to doing also. Another one is, the last time that my weight came off and I was down to almost below 200, which was an ultimate goal also, is to get below 200, was I was getting up in the morning before I went to work. I had a job then. I was getting up before work, exercising, and then I went to work, worked all day, and then I would come home in the evening, and instead of eating, I would work out and exercise again, to the extreme. I mean, that was extreme workout. So I did that twice a day and ate very little, and the weight just seemed to fall off just like magic. Melted right off of me. So I'm thinking if I try the same concept of juicing and drinking more juice and working out. I still have not conquered getting up at 5 o'clock or 5:30 to work out, and I still have time to get ready for work. Me and waking up early does not work, but I can say I choose to, or stuff like that. So I need to also conquer getting up early before work and working out, making a commitment to myself to work out like that, and then do it when I get home from work also. So that's another big one that I would like to incorporate, is exercising twice a day. Pretty big workouts. So I think I already put this one in, but I want to stick to the vegan diet. So phase 1, the first 3 months, which it started on the 20th, yesterday, I want to lose 80 pounds. That's an ultimate goal. That's my phase 1 goal. I'm going to lose 80 pounds. If I lose 80 pounds, I will be at 208 pounds. The 3 months will be up on my anniversary. Meaning that for the first time since I've been married, that my husband will be able to pick me up. And, you know, he will be able to do the things he was supposed to be able to do, you know, like carry me in the house and do certain traditional things like that, like just carrying me, or you know, things like that into the house that you're supposed to do when you're married. Well, I was too heavy then, and I still am too heavy now. And so that would be something that I would really look forward to, and it's an ultimate goal by my anniversary. So I need to start working harder, waking up. I don't care. Sleep, I know that even if I sleep longer and I set that alarm longer, it ain't gonna make a difference. I'm still gonna feel tired. So get through it, push myself, like I said yesterday in the video, push myself to do what I know I should do, because no matter what, I am going to get through it. Just like the Ferris wheel. That was awesome. I love that experience. So let's see. Yeah, the next one was by October 20th, our anniversary, weigh 208 or less. Exercise is the big one. I put that one again. There was a quote that I seen that someone was saying, in there, and it really meant something to me because I wrote it down. It says, the more you want something, the more life will test you. I think that was quoted by Chris Powell when I was watching Extreme Weight Loss. And that really stuck with me because it seems like, to me, that it is very true. That every time that you want something a lot, that it seems like things in life start testing you the more. That every time that things start working in the way that you're working towards them, that something starts crashing down. And it feels like life is just crashing after you. And your whole life is just coming down like a building that they've just wrecked with a wrecking ball. And everything just starts crumbling one at a time behind each other, like domino effect. And you're like, should I give up now or should I keep going? And I think the true answer is it's only a test. That they say God tests you, and you get tested in your life. And so when you're going for the things that you really want, it's just a test. Just keep pushing through them, that you'll get through that test, and everything will be the way that you imagine them to be on the other side when you get through and you push through all of those tests that are going on during what you're wanting to do. So that was another one that I thought was really nice. I need to push myself no matter what or how hard it is. Another big one is never give up in the next year. For the year that I am doing this, I need to continue and never give up and just push through and get through this whole weight loss journey and never have to turn back to weight loss. Get to my goal weight and keep myself there on a healthy vegan diet and stay that way for life. I want to start doing yoga or Zumba, and in the next year I would like to start doing both, practicing both. So also get off of all my medications, all 3 of my medications. I want them all gone. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't even want to hear about medication for it or nothing. I want to heal my body naturally and do all of this naturally. So my phase 2 goal would be to lose 45 pounds in 3 months. By January 20th, be 163 pounds or less. So that is like a phase 2 goal for me. My next one would be to have a better relationship with my husband, Idris, and my kids. And that means no more getting mad or yelling at all. Treating my husband more like a Nigerian wife would treat her husband. I see many examples when I lived in Nigeria for a year of how a Nigerian wife treats her husband and the way that it's supposed to be, and they have lots of respect over there. So I would really like to get into to being more like a Nigerian woman and treating my husband the way that I should, and valuing those things that mean the most, and stuff like that, because I really envy Nigerian women, the way the respect they have for men and for each other and for their kids and everything. So I really like that, and so I want to get into that more in the next year also. And I want to learn and be fluent in Yoruba, which is my husband's native language in Nigeria. He's from the Yoruba tribe. So I want to become fluent. I want to learn and become fluent in Yoruba in the next year. So that is a big one, because my husband's mom, or my mother-in-law, she knew very little English. A funny story was when I was in Nigeria that he had to go fetch some water. So it was a day that she had come over to our house and was there cooking and stuff, because there they come over and cook for you all the time and stuff like that. So she had come over to cook us a meal, and we didn't have no water left, drinking water or cooking water, whatever. And so he had to go fetch some water. And so I was left at home alone with his mom. And it was, I will always cherish this moment, because it was like, you know, that was like supposed to be my real time with her, or bonding time. And the funniest things happened, because she was cooking and then she wanted to know where the knife was first. And she was saying it, she was trying to say it in English, but she didn't know the English word, so she was saying Yoruba. Well, I couldn't understand what she was saying Yoruba. I mean, I had started learning it, but I didn't understand it, so she started making the motions and stuff like that. We found that, and then she wanted something else, and she wanted to wash out the barrel that the water went in. And so we got through that, but it was so funny. And that is what triggered me when I came back to the States, that I said I want to become fluent, because I wanted to always be fluent, to be able to talk to her. God rest her soul. She passed in 2011. It still gets me every time that I talk about it, even though she wasn't my mom. She was like my mom when I was there. She treated me very well, even though we couldn't talk or have conversation. Even when I came back here to the States and we were here, up until the time she passed, she always wanted to say hi to me and ask me the few things and just have the conversation that she wanted with me. Every single time that we called her or they called, she would always want to talk to me in the little English she knew. And it's always been a desire of mine to learn Yoruba fluently. And in her honor, even with her passing, I want my kids to be fluent in Yoruba and know their other language that they're from, because they're African American. So I want them to be fluent in Yoruba and be able to speak fluently. It's just a dream of mine. It's a real passion for me, and I want to learn it myself in honor of my mother-in-law. I really, really loved her when I was there. She was the real inspiration to me, the way that she done things and the way the kids just respected her. And my husband's youngest brother, when I was there, he was only 7 or 8, I believe. And so there's the respect that he had for his mom and the way that he knew how to do everything, and it was just amazing to me. So that one, in honor of her, I'm going to learn Yoruba in the next year. She was a great woman. So this year was, well, 3 years since her passing. So I tell my kids about their family in Nigeria and stuff like that. So our daughter is named after her, our youngest daughter. So it's great all the way around. I just wanted to throw that story in, and you know, as I'm making this video. So so my starting weight on this journey was 307 pounds after my daughter was born. I in the first 2 weeks while she was in the NICU, I had lost about 20 some pounds. I can't actually estimate it, but it was somewhere around 20 some pounds. I was at my highest weight of, close the door, I was at my highest weight of 340 pounds. And so after she was born, I went down to 307 pounds. So that is my starting weight, because I stayed there ever since she was born until I started trying to lose it. So that is my start weight that I will use as my start weight of 307 pounds. And then my goal for July of 2015 would be the 125, 120 range. Somewhere in there is what I would love to weigh. My first thing that I already conquered was going on the Ferris wheel at the fair. And one of the things I put in big large letters was stay committed. That's a big one for me. Stay committed to my year-long journey of weight loss. So that was a big one. During my 1-year transformation, when my weight starts falling off and I'm a little lighter to be able to do like running and stuff, because my last transformation I loved running. I got into running and losing my weight with running and walking on a treadmill, and I loved running. And so I've always dreamed of doing a marathon or doing those runs, like 5K runs and stuff like that. So during my 1-year transformation, I want to do something like a run or 5K or marathon at the end of it, and keep doing those to keep me keep participating in those types of things even after my weight loss journey, so that it keeps me fit. I would love to do something in memory of my grandma for awareness of heart health and diabetes, because my grandma suffered with diabetes, congestive heart failure, high blood pressure. She lost her eyesight due to it, and a whole round of problems. So my grandpa, he suffers with heart failure, and so you know, just to do a run, start doing runs that contributes to helping with the research of those types of things, or helping with providing funding for things like that, I would love to do. So that's another goal. Let go of the little things. Don't get mad or cause things over the little stuff. Don't sweat this. Don't sweat small things. So. Close the door.